Welcome in, everyone. We have more breaking news out of the Israel-Iran war as it appears that more heavy strikes carried out by the Israelis are underway across Iran as Iran continues to get beat into the dirt with every new wave of IDF strikes that enter Iranian airspace. They are continuing to rock and roll across the country as the Iranian regime runs for its life, and this is all happening as President Donald Trump appears to be signaling with his moves that the United States will enter the war. I repeat, it appears the United States will likely enter the air campaign against Iran in the coming days, if not the coming hours. But before we get into all the latest updates, please make sure to like and subscribe. Comment with your thoughts below with what you think about the war. It helps boost us a bunch. Get the message out there. Hit that bell so you never miss a video. You'll be the most informed people on YouTube with what is happening in the war. Now, let's get into it. As we all know, the Israelis have been launching overwhelming strikes against targets across Iran since late last week in an attempt to cripple the country's enriched uranium program and its pursuit, or I should say potential pursuit, alleged pursuit of a nuclear weapon. This is something unlike anything we've seen since the invasion of Iraq in 2003, and we have to give credit where credit is due. Israel is absolutely dominating all facets of the war. They have taken out Iranian air defenses. They've taken out 40 to 50% of their ballistic missile launchers. At this point, Iran started by launching hundreds of ballistic missiles. They're down to just a couple dozen, as little as 10 per attack. They have been absolutely handcuffed and neutered by the force that the IDF has shook upon them. Yet there is still more work to be done in the eyes of the IDF, who continues to launch wave after wave after wave of attack, and that now includes new attacks across Iran. I am filming this on June 17th. These videos that we're about to look at came overnight here in America, or very late in Iranian time, but they are continuing to get absolutely hammered. And this also comes as President Trump begged the people of Tehran, because remember, it's not the people of Iran that are the problem, it's the Islamic regime, but he begged them to run for their lives, get out of Tehran, and we saw traffic jams as what looked like, quite frankly, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people attempted to get out of the city as the airstrikes continued. So right now, let's roll the tape of the latest strikes in Iran, the latest damage to the regime that has been done, including more military leaders taken out. Let's roll the footage right now. So there you just saw the latest wave of strikes carried out by Israel against military buildings in Tehran, other government and military assets in Tehran, and then weapon systems in the country, as Israel does everything it possibly can to clean up as much of what Iran has on the ground that they can hit. Why are they doing this? Well, there's a couple reasons. They want to cripple Iran's ability to shoot back. But the easiest way for the United States to enter the war will be if there's little to no risk to our aircraft as they enter the airspace. Why is this important? Because President Donald Trump left the G7 summit in Canada early. He assembled the National Security Council. The United States is rushing assets into the region, and he addressed the media on Air Force One And he had a comment that I think people are going to find very interesting amid speculation the United States is entering the war, and that is this. President Trump has made it clear he has no interest in negotiating at this time. He indicated the window for negotiation has closed, and that is one more piece of evidence that the United States will be entering this war against Iran along with Israel. Let's go ahead and watch President Donald Trump's comments right now.
Are you open to negotiating with the Iranians right now, or do you want to wait?
I don't know. I've been negotiating. I told them to do the deal. They should have done the deal. Their cities have been blown to pieces. They've lost a lot of people. They should have done the deal. I told them, do the deal. So I don't know. I'm not too much in a mood to negotiate now.
So there was President Donald Trump saying he is not interested in negotiation. It seems like we are going to go the whole way. And this also comes amid reports that F-22s, F-35s, and American refueling tankers are flying into the Middle East. And that, again, is just one more piece of evidence in this grand picture, this grand scheme, that the United States has every intention of getting in on the action against Iran. And with the Israelis having complete air superiority and air domination, the risks have been minimized and mitigated for the American military to get involved. Obviously, President Trump has no interest in getting in another Middle Eastern quagmire. He's been clear about this, but at this point, this war is so lopsided and the Israelis have dominated to a point that, quite frankly, I don't think a lot of people expected it to go this well. I think a lot of people expected Israel would obviously have the edge due to the fact that they have American technology and the American backing of the American air defenses and American systems. I'll be the first to admit I didn't think it'd go this well. And you know what? When you suggest something and you turn out to be wrong, you got to put your hand up and say, hey, I got this wrong. I thought this would be a much tougher fight than it is. And I was proven wrong because right now Israel is rolling through Iran. And that is going to make the decision for President Donald Trump to get involved much easier. So what might we see the American military do? Well, there's a couple things. Keep in mind the Israelis do not have the F-22 fighter jet. The F-22 fighter jet, of course, is the most advanced fighter jet aircraft that has ever been created. It is essentially invisible to anti-air defenses, to anti-air systems. It is an incredible piece of technology. And with those planes on the way to the Middle East, they would be able to go to areas that maybe even you wouldn't want to send the F-35 to. It can also bring a lot more firepower to the fight. So that's why you'd want to introduce the F-22. And of course, the U.S. has never exported or given the F-22 to any country in the world. It is a purely American-used system because the stealth technology is so classified. The other thing you will likely see the American military do is use the B-2 stealth bomber to drop GBU-57 bombs on the Fordo enrichment facility, which is where most of the enriched uranium that the Iranians have is held deep under a mountain that the Israelis do not have the tools to get to. They've done a great job everywhere else. They've done a great job at Natanz and other facilities, but you need that American GBU-57 and the American B-2 stealth bomber to get the job fully done. It now appears the United States will use those tools after Israel cleared the airspace. I want to stress this is an incredibly fluid situation. There is no telling how this is going to end or when the U.S. could enter the war, but that is what all signs indicate at this time. What I want you guys to do, what I'm asking you guys to do is let me know in the comments if you want to see the United States military get involved. Let me know how you think they should get involved and what we can do. Let me know what you think about the latest strikes. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you never miss a video, and I'll see you all again when there's new updates to share.